Neil Patterson's profound impact on his communities and those around him still radiate today, even after his death in 2017. His commitments to improving academic and athletic excellence at OSU forever changed the look of our campus. But more importantly, his contributions will forever enrich the lives of our students.
Well, I think Neil Patterson exemplifies everything that we hold dear as cowboys and cowgirls, what it means to be an alum of Oklahoma State University. We believe in honesty, integrity, hard work, playing by the rules, unselfishness, teamwork, all the things that allowed Neil Patterson to build that great corporation at Cerner and made him such an extraordinary husband and father.
Patterson grew up on his family farm in Manchester, Oklahoma. The work ethic and determination he learned from his parents and life on the farm would go on to impact the rest of his professional career.
He loved to tell people he was a farm boy, and he came from agricultural roots. And further, something he learned from his father was that at the end of the day, after the sun has set and you're plowing a field, the right thing to do was to plow one more round after sunset, which meant that you do more than other people do. You go the second mile, you go the third mile. And he practiced that all his life.
If I could describe my father in one word, I'd probably say tenacious. So he, if he had something in his head, he ran with it and he stuck with it. He could see things that other people couldn't see, and he had the bravery and the tenacity to stick with that vision, even when he would run it up against some brick walls to do it.
Patterson excelled at OSU, earning a degree in finance and an MBA. His education here helped jumpstart his career when he co-founded Cerner Corporation, which is today the world's largest independent health information company, with nearly $5 billion in revenues and more than 25,000 associates worldwide.
Try to just grab a word and say, okay, how does it best represent what Neil had become? I think visionary is probably that word. Certainly in the healthcare industry, he's readily recognized as the most significant visionary on how to use technology, information technology, that sort of thing to advance the interests of healthcare.
Seeing Dad act as the CEO of Cerner was amazing, and I had a unique perspective because I kind of got to see a little bit of the background there. And what always impressed me was his perspective that he had for healthcare and for the company, and that where I would be focused on this little thing, he had the big picture in mind.
Cerner's headquarters are located in Kansas City, a community important to Patterson. He was also co-owner of Sporting KC, the city's major league soccer team.
Kansas City is better off for what we've been able to do in soccer. We fundamentally took the same approach to building our soccer enterprise that we took to building Cerner. And Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City is now known as the model franchise for Major League Soccer in the country.
Throughout his professional career, Patterson put an emphasis on the importance of education. His passion for learning was fueled during his time at OSU and only increased after graduation as he developed the means to support others in their pursuits of higher learning.
And he was so intent on making sure that he did well with his studies that he moved a desk into the closet, put a very bright light in there, and he studied in the closet with the door shut. He was devoted to his studies.
High value on education. Education was always important. School was always important for him, and I think that it's that work ethic that he really instilled on us. And I see that now as my career, my siblings' careers kind of progress. I could see really how our father's influence is kind of coming through in our own lives.
Throughout his life, Patterson continued to support his alma mater that taught him so much. He was a proud OSU alumnus and was focused on improving the university in many ways. One very visible impact he had was by donating the funds for the new home of Cowgirls Soccer, now named Neil Patterson Stadium in his honor.
Well, Neil Patterson set a new standard for OSU soccer, what our expectations are, what the reality is of today, and what our dreams are for the future. We had arguably the worst facility in all of Division I soccer. Now we have arguably the best. He allowed us to make a commitment to women's soccer that never would have existed without him.
He was able to make unique contributions that to the school in the form of the Neil Patterson Soccer Stadium, the Center for Health Systems Innovation, the awesome Pike AA House, all things that would not have happened if he were not there or didn't have the opportunity to contribute.
Despite Patterson's incredibly successful career, he never let it affect how he carried himself. His genuine love for his family and friends, along with his alma mater, were always on the forefront of his mind.
The family loves seeing the recognition from OSU. My father was not a fan of putting his name on buildings, but you wouldn't know that driving around the OSU campus right now. But even though he probably would have made the decision to put his name on some of those buildings, he made the decision to support the school and support those facilities. And he would have been tickled to see his name up in lights.
Yeah, he's with me every day. Thank you, Neil Patterson. I wore this sport coat when we dedicated the stadium, and I had this Neil pin. I just left it on here. I don't know how often I wear this sport coat, but it's a nice reminder of Neil, and it's also sporting Kansas City colors. So, yeah, I'll never forget him, and I look forward to meeting him again.
We may never know the full impact of this cowboy from northern Oklahoma, because his contributions changed the face of healthcare as we know it. His was a life dedicated to making a difference, and we are forever changed because of it. Neil L. Patterson, 2020 Oklahoma State University Hall of Fame.